truck go. Shame on you. Wike don't go with the truck. Soldier win this fight too. FCDA. Only one he locks up soldier.
Every time they go, they're supposed to give order. Say, may they destroy.
May they destroy. FCDA don't pack their truck. Wike don't go. You want to collect soldier land?
You know why? People when they die for their land.
I'm telling you.
They die for this land. Now you go for letter from them. Now insults now. Very insults. Now these people they die for this land. You better be what happen now.
About flag, 2 flags.
I'm telling you. We cannot carry shame go. Same boys on the floor. Power pass power.
Yes,
Power pass power.
Now, what is it? The uniform is not about who is wearing it. The uniform represents the authority of the state. Whether it's a small boy or not, it is the authority of the state. It's even worse when it is a commission officer who has a presidential commission. And so, when you make such disparaging comments, you have desecrated the oath. You have desecrated the oath. What you have told the commander-in-chief and the authority that invested that position on him is that they are fools. So it is wrong. So when a son says that the minister has authority over land and it's not the duty of a soldier, that is not the issue. Now, if you have any reason to believe that what the young man is doing, there is a channel. That's the rule of law. So you desecrating the oath, it has not. I know that over the years, we have lost our educational traction. Civics that ought to be taught, these are things that primary school pupils, secondary school pupils ought to know, that even adults don't know anymore. The whole essence of contracts, all right, the compact that you have with the state, that every individual has ceded his rights to the state, it's because of things like this. So that we will not, at April 29, take laws into our hand. It is not a jungle. So if the state has, designated certain establishment and they get them a uniform for you to be able to easily recognize them. Because today now, am I the CDS? I'm not CDS. Look at what I'm wearing. But assuming I was wearing uniform today, it's a different matter entirely. The officer that's in question, if you see him tomorrow wearing uniform, you wearing mufti, you will not see him. So what distinguishes the police, the military, and other agencies is the uniform. And so we should respect and honor the uniform. And that's what we should tell our children. That every Nigerian, when you see them, are they doing what is right? They may not be doing what is right. But then it is not your duty to now lay your hands on them. So otherwise, we're in a jungle. That's exactly what's happening. That counterterrorism has become a ding-dong thing. If you go to social media, nobody knows what is right and what is wrong. What was done with good intention is misinterpreted because of sins like that will give a wrong impression to those. Tomorrow, people will now think that when you see a military man, you should slap him. It's a jungle. Even police, why will you do that to a policeman? Me, as a general, I can't slap my soldier. I can't touch him. I can't use my hand on him. If I do that, either I apologize to him or I will be disciplined. The same thing across the world. Don't you see, even when police is brutalizing a citizen in US trying to strangle, all the people around, do they go to hole? No. Because they respect the uniform. But is he misusing the uniform? Yes. Will he be dead to it? Yes.
I was wondering what the minister of the FCT, as a lawyer, far senior at the bar, was doing enforcing land grabbing issues personally. Ordinarily, as lawyers, these are matters of the courts. When a court order is finally given, I did not hear whether one was given as regards this land's repossession. It will be handled by the bailiffs, because you have to get the entire system, the police informed, the bailiffs will, get the court CTC of the judgment, go there, arrange an enforcement of a repossession before they get on site. So I know that the FCT minister is not the one who should personally take over the work of court bailiffs. If this was not, done through the courts, I don't see why. I faulted, because I saw the video from TVC News where he personally arrived at the venue and there was a caterpillar in the same venue. As in, you come and enforce by yourself. That is completely wrong. The only civilian who has the authority to give orders to any military officer is the president. Every other orders come from the chief of army staff down the ranks all the way to whatever rank that man was holding. And so the FCT minister should have just made a call. Maybe to his principal, the president, or to the chief of army staff if he has any authority to do that. Or maybe as ESCO members, call them, let them know that somebody under their establishment is confronting your office. Let it be handled, and I don't think it should even be those calls. If you want to repossess a land, you repossess it, lock it. When the person continues to build, the repossession order remains, you get to court, you do what you do it through the court. And the FCT minister has been the one sponsoring hostels in the law schools, sponsoring cars for judicial officers, as a legal officer himself, his wife a legal officer of the bench. He shouldn't. So we don't have respect rule of land, so we blow a lot of lines. A lot of us now that are lawyers, we are confused as to what is the real rule, what is the operating rule or ground, the Nigerian way of doing it, and it continues to confuse as time goes. So these are opportunities where you set things right. You do things by the books and how you should go, so that children don't grow up thinking there are no rules. Yeah. You can do it anyhow. Where you talk to a military officer, I can see a military officer and say, you're a fool and all of that at a site. Those are completely wrong.
What are the 6 laws that Wike broke? Very quickly. And what can we do? Number 1, he broke Section 26 and Section 27 of the Armed Forces Act. Obstruction of a service person using threatening, insulting, and abusive language that interfere with a soldier's lawful duty is an offense. And Wike did it in full glare, embarrassing him. That's 1. 2, Penal Code. Sections 397, criminal intimidation, insult, and annoyance. Sections 114, obstruction of public servant. Section 400, conduct likely to breach the peace. This section of the Penal Code, Wike breached them. Wike's shouting, threats, and public humiliation of an officer falls under these sections of the Penal Code. Number 3, Public Order Act. Section 10, disorderly behavior. In public places, disorderly or notorious behavior is punishable if it threatens public peace and disrupts official operations. That soldier was given an order. Whether you think the order was a right one or a wrong one, he is bound by military discipline to obey it. So if you have any issues, you take it up with his military command, not him. Number 4, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Section 15, subsection 5. The 5th schedule, Part 1 of the Code of Conduct for Public Officers. And they pose a requirement for respect of the dignity of office, avoidance of behavior that could bring office into disrepute, avoiding abuse of authority. All of this Wike violated. Code of Conduct Bureau Act, Sections 9 and Sections 11, Public officers must behave with dignity and discipline, and they must not engage in conduct detrimental to the reputation of their office. Wike's outburst clearly breaches these standards. Then number 6, Public Service Rules, 2008 revised. Public Service Rule 030301, misconduct. It includes unruly behavior, abuse of power, and disgraceful conduct. Public Service Rule 030402, serious misconduct, includes acts prejudicial to the security and dignity of the service. Insulting a uniformed security personnel squarely falls under this. It is not enough to just condemn his action or call him out on social media. We must take physical things because there are potential consequences that he can face. Fortunately for us, Wike does not have immunity as a minister. And we have nothing to lose if we file official complaints. He could be made to pay fines. He could go to prison for up to 3 years under the penal code. He could be sanctioned by the Code of Conduct Tribunal. He could be given administrative sanction, suspension, warning, reprimand, even removal. He could be made to be removed. This is not the time to say, oh, who owns the court? Wike owns the court. No. If we don't file something in black and white, we miss the opportunity. There's a power to putting something in black and white. Let's do it.